Welcome to the Blender Goon. In this video, we are going to do week 3 of my in-world class series, which is going to be a pallet for our pallet chair. And this is in remembrance of Graham, who taught me my blendering skills for the most part. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, we're going to jump on the internet and we're going to search pallet schematic or just pallet, whatever you can. And we're going to find one that we like and save us some images. So this is a nice image. I'm just going to gazzo these guys. That way I don't have to dig them out of there. So we'll save that in our file here. Save. So just like before, we're going to split this area over here. So if you right click on this little crack here, you can do a horizontal split and drag it down. And we will hit this drop down and change this to the image editor. And then grab one of your palette photos and just drop it in there, whatever one you want to use. So we're going to make this palette. So I need some slats. So I'm going to go ahead and make a mesh cube. And we'll just scale it down with S and Z. And just make it flat. And then I'm going to scale this on the X. And about scale it on the Y a little bit. Probably about there. And it looks like this one's bigger than those two. So we'll do 3 of the big ones. Because that one and that one and that one all look like they're the same. So we're going to make us an array for those. So if I drag this up a little bit so we can see, and go to our modifiers, we can add an array modifier. So the array modifier is under generate. So if you're in the other modifiers, it's generate and it's the top one. And it arrayed it on the X, but we want to array it on the Y. So we will scroll down here and change this factor X to 0 and factor Y to, well, it doesn't matter what we've changed it to. We'll put 1 for now. And then if we hold shift and drag this, we can move it. So I'll move about there. And I'm going to copy this one with a shift D and move it on the Y over to here. And as you can see, it copies it. And then we're going to go into edit mode and we'll scale it on the Y to make it skinnier. Probably about like that, and move it on the Y over to here. Don't have to worry about this because we're going to move that and tab. And then we can move our factor to stretch it out a little bit. Actually, let's put it here. Then we can add another array to move that. So it's 2. Looks like they're spaced a little farther than that, so I'm just going to move them first to about there, and then I'll move this about there to give that the right spacing. That might be a little too much. So I'm hitting G and Y like that. We'll back this up just a hair. And then we'll select this one and back it up till it's where it's supposed to be. And then we can change our count to 3, and that'll give us a third one, and change this count to 2. We need another array on this, so let's make another array. Add modifier, array, and we'll scroll down this one and change our factor to 0 and move that one over to there. Probably about there. And that gives us our top planks of the palette, and you can move these around and scale them how you want to scale them. We also need a cube for the bottom here, so we'll just make a cube because I want to show you a different thing. If we hit G and B, we can choose a point on this cube. So G grabs it so it can be moved, and then B will put it back and give us this other marker, and we can just choose this bottom corner here. And it's selecting vertex is what it's doing. So we select that vertex and we can move it, and we can snap it wherever we want to snap it. I actually want to grab it on the top instead of the bottom, so I'm going to right click and let go, G, B, and grab it on the top instead. And now I can snap it right here to the bottom of this. There it is. Now I want to show you how to change snapping and use it a little bit. So I want to move this cube to where I want it. So up here is our snapping menu, and we can hit the drop down, and I'm going to change it to vertex. I'm going to go into edit mode of my cube and go into X-ray with Alt Z and box select this side. Now if we hit G Y, and if we hold control, that activates the snapping button. So hold control and then just touch that vertex and it'll snap it right to it. So you can get real precision stuff that way. And then these ones I'm going to grab and just move them on the X until it's kind of square. And then it's a little long, so we'll just grab the bottom ones and GZ and move it up. That should be fine right there. All of these are a little long. So I'm going to hit tab and I'm just going to grab all these and go into edit mode. And I'm just going to hit G and X and just move them over till they're so it's more in line with what it should look like. And that looks pretty good. I think this needs to be squished a little more. Right. So I need to squish that a little bit. So we'll squish this a little bit more. So GX, something like that. And then we can array this thing and it'll line up with these guys. We may be able to copy this array. Can we copy this? Copy it. Selected. Let's see. So that one, shift select that one. Got this away. Copy to selected, and it did. Good, good, good. That was good. And we need to add another array to go the other way. So we'll add one more. So add modifier, generate array. And down at the bottom, we can do the X factor, which is going on already. So we'll just move it over this way. Try to zoom for Alt Z to be able to see it better. And we'll just try to line that up. That looks good. Oh, I need to add another one and back this up. There we go. That looks better. It has a plank underneath here. We can add those if we want to. I think I'll just copy this guy. So I'm just going to Shift D it and drop it, and then it's got that one selected, so we'll remove the modifiers. And now we have just one there, and we can. The point of origin's here, and I kind of want it in the center, so I could just rotate it. So I'm going to right-click, set origin to geometry, and now I can rotate it on the Z. Whoop, not one. Rotate Z by 90, and that'll put that at there. Then we can grab this one and hit our GB, so GB, and I'm going to grab, I think I'm going to grab the bottom of it and then move it to here, and then we'll just move these guys up. GZ. Oh, better grab both of them. This guy, I'm going to move it this way over here, and that way we can array it again. So G and B, and grab the bottom corner, and just move it over here. That for right there. Then we can add our array and move it across. Not worried about that little gap, it'll be fine. So I'm going to add a modifier array down here. We don't want to go on the X. It's going on the X because our transforms aren't applied. So if we hit N and go to our item, we can see we've got some location, some rotation on it. So if we apply our transform, so just going to apply our rotation, Control A, rotation, and that'll fix that. So now it's going the right way. And we can rub this over to here and add one more with the count. Check it. Looks like it's okay. And then we need some across the bottom. It looks like these may just be dropped right down again. Like they kind of did something different there, but that's okay. We're just going to copy all that, Shift D, and move it down. with Z. So I hit Shift D and then Z, and just move it down and drop it. If you want, you can do your GB and select this. Well, not that edge. GB, select the top corner, and then just snap it on there, and that'll snap it in line with everything like it's supposed to be. And like we need a plank at the bottom on both sides, so we could take this one and do a Shift D and Z and move it down, and then we'll do GB, grab the top corner of it and put it right there. That lines all that up, and then once we apply this, we can delete the middle one. And I think we'll go ahead and do that. And we could leave it too if you wanted to. I better save this. So file, save as. Pallet chair, palette. I'm going to save right over top of this one because I did this once and my recording lost all its sound. So I'm re-recording now. Save as. All right. So you guys can delete that bottom one if you want, or you can leave it. It doesn't matter. But that is our palette modeled. I also want to put some screw heads on here. It's got 5 and 2s. So we'll make some a screw head and do some that. So we can hit Shift A, mesh, cylinder, and I'm going to drop this down to like 6. 6 ought to be good. And then I'm going to delete everything off the bottom of it. So face select mode with 3 on the keyboard. Grab that and do a Control plus on the number pad. And then we can delete all those faces. That'll give us one big plane here. We can scale it down. If it's doing that, I kind of want the point of origin to be where it's at. And if you did my modifiers, you can do a right click and quick origin, and that'll pop it where it needs to be. And then, sorry, 7 on the number pad. And go to top view, move it over here, scale it down a little bit. And I need to move it down, so GZ and move it down. It ought to be all right. We can move it up just a hair. Not going to notice if it's not actually on the wood or not. Yeah. Go down a little more. Want it to be kind of nail size. And we can copy this times. And it doesn't matter where you put them. Wherever will be fine. And I'm gonna array these so that they go onto the areas go on. So add modifier generate array, and we'll turn the count up here. 3, and then move our factor across. Good, and we'll add another array, and change this one to 0. Bottom one. Y. There, and add one count. That gets our array, and we set a little bit there. Oh, it was the one I had selected. It just looked like it was underneath, and it wasn't. got me confused there. So with these guys, I'm going to copy 2 more and go to top view and P and P by selection. So I made a little insert because I went a little quick on that part. So after I hit Shift D, I hit P by selection, and that partitions off the part you have copied, and you can separate it by selection or some other things. And you can move it on the y-axis and put it down, and it keeps all the modifiers that the original object have. And it is a new object now, so you'll have to go out of edit mode, back in object mode, and select it. And then you can carry on with your work. And they have arrays on them, so we can mess with these arrays. So that's the X, so we want the Y, I think. Y first. Gonna be 2. Our other array. That way. Then we can add one more array to move it over to there. So R. That's going to be on the Y, and it should be the bottom one. X factor 0. Y factor this way. Yep, and it's just a 2. That put all our nails on, and it got you playing with modifiers and things. I think that's a good place to stop on this video. In the next video, we will mark all our seams, apply our arrays, and get everything unwrapped and placed on the UV map where we want it so that we can get our texturing done.